We are live at the Baltimore Sports Ground. The coaches are having a word or two with their team in this timeout. Focused. Look at the faces of the players there. Plotting and planning.
Let's go.
Timeout over. So we are coming back into it again now. 23-21. Who picks up this first set? Who wins the first set is the question on our lips. We want to know. Good serve. And that's a good point on there. 24-21. Set point for the Ghana Navy. Set point for the Ghana Navy. And that's a brilliant recovery. It is on still. Set comes in and is been blocked by the All-Stars. So we get the point. Still set point though for the, look at the recovery. That was brilliant recovery from the All-Stars. Still set point for the Ghana Navy. But on the serve now is the men from Benin, All-Stars. A good one. Recovered beautifully though. And then it comes in. And there it is. First set is over. The win in the bag for Ghana Navy. 25-22 win in the first set for the Ghana Navy over the Beninois or the Benin All-Stars. There it is. In fact, both teams lost their opening games. They've all played two already before this game, and they all lost their opening two matches. So some form of redemption for the one who will win the game today. There you have some highlights there on your screens now. Live on GHOne TV, our coverage of the ongoing volleyball championship put together by Kratos. First of all, from SAC, falling tomorrow. And it's live on GHOne TV. My name is Benjamin Yamor Benghazi, and I do this always with my men. GHOne Saji will be in very soon. I've got my Samaritan co-commentator Cornelius Ni Kwakpo Ankara, and so do I have a producer extraordinaire Franco Seusu Winter also here with us. Cornelius, set one over. It's been won by the Navy. Your thoughts on the first set?
Yes, so like you rightly said earlier, both teams lost their first two matches, so it's time for redemption. The weeks and then months of preparation has not gone their way, but there's still redemption here for any of them that wins here. Means that at least you won a match during the SAC Super Volleyball Championship 2025. And this is getting very, very exciting here as the Ghana Navy team draws first blood.
Seconds are about to start here. The 6 men on each side of the court ready for the battle. Ghana Navy in the red and white strips, and the Beninois All-Stars are in the green and lemon green strips as well. Deep green, lemon green.
What choice of colors?
Absolutely. It's one set to the good to the Ghana Navy.
That's Clave in your shot there, the captain of the Beninois side. He looks on with some wicked intentions to get his team back to level pegging.
Let's see if indeed he can do that for his team. The men from Benin. It's a club, a volleyball club based in Benin. They are referred to as the Benin All-Stars. And they are in Ghana for the SAC Volleyball Championship, which is currently becoming a West African affair. The team from Nigeria, Benin, and Ghana involved. We were supposed to have a team from Burkina Faso, but they pulled out last minute. AS1.
Yes, they are another very, very powerful side.
Game back and underway, and the first point won by the Ghana Navy side. So 1 or 2-0 for Ghana Navy.
I think you called it 2-0, and then it looks like they've been rewarded a 2-0 scoreline.
The man in charge should be careful down there. Anyway, we are back underway now, and that's a sweet spike to win that point there for Benin All-Stars.
I told you that's Clave, and his outside hitter role is paying off beautifully for Benin. Wow.
There it is. The service on from the Benin side.
Here comes the boom. That's a super spike. Super spike there.
That's so much energy and power behind it. Jump serve from the Navy. And the spike is sweet. Recovered beautifully. And the block is sweet again from the Navy. And the Sioux follows suit. Super volleyball here.
Emmanuel Ajimai, the middle blocker on your screens, is making the most of his opportunities there. First, a powerful attack through the middle there, and then complete a combined block.
Oh, super dink to win that point again for the Ghana Navy.
I know this play very well, Ben, as we call it second. You see Emmanuel Ajimai go up very quickly, but number 3 shirted man for Ghana Navy, Ismail Dazi, went on the second, what we call second. So he'll play right behind Emmanuel Ajimai, and that also confuses the opponent's block. Wow.
That is simply awesome and sweet from
Abdul.
the Ghana Navy. Abdul with that sweet spike to win that point for the Navy, and the lead 6-1. They are putting on a show here. Oh, unfortunately, just when the praises were coming, it got into his head and he's blown it away.
There's another statistic that that also speaks to that. Once you praise a player, it's more likely to cause an infringement or spoil the service.
So, All-Stars on the serve.
That's a big spike there. Wow. Emmanuel Ajimai putting on a show. Wow, check for dents in the court as it goes to the service line.
Possible dents on the court indeed.
Yes.
The Benin side again with a wonderful spike. And to win that point for Benin All-Stars, The All-Stars are on a comeback trail. They trail 3-7 against the Ghana Navy. Good serve. It has been recovered though by the All-Stars. This should be a good one, and indeed it's a good one. It drops in the quarter, point again for Ghana Navy, 8-3 the lead now.
Yes, right above the block, into the space behind the block there.
There it is on your screens at the moment. Into the gaping hole. All Stars on the attack. The block was sweet, but they'll go again now. They went in for the dink and it works.
Exactly, that's a well-timed dink there. If he had gone any faster, if he had tossed the ball any faster, he would have been disappointed with a monster block.
Look at it again now. He went in for the dink over the
Yes,
block.
a beautiful roll.
GHOne with that point there for Benin All Stars. And on the serve. It's a good jump serve. Received beautifully though by the Ghana Navy, and that's a good one. The recovery was sweet from Benin. And this is good exhibition of volleyball. And a point goes the way of the Benin All Stars.
You can see Ismail there grabbing his ankles. The game is a game of touches, inches, angles. Game for highly intelligent men and women.
On the serve again, it goes for the jump serve and into the net pass again. 9-5. Navy leads the Benin All Stars. That is on the serve.
Yes.
Ismail goes in for a very strong jump serve and he wins an ace there for the Navy.
His type of jump service is from the farthest angle 5 position to the other person at the 5 position there. It's not easy to receive such jump service as it's coming in with much more power, and then it's a long distance. Also, you at the receiving team may be confused with where the ball may land, close to the line there.
And again he goes in again. Ismail with another huge pipe, and spike came in from the All Stars, was briefly recovered, and Ismail again. That was a monstrous spike from Ismail.
You see GHOne, the libero of the All Stars team, not happy with himself. He knew he could have done better. He points up to say that perhaps the lights in the auditorium might have interfered with his eyesight. Look at that.
Excuses.
An interesting lead by Ismail Dazi, putting up a show here.
11-5. Again, Ismail goes in, and unfortunately, that's when the praise start coming, they lose their heads.
So there are two major statistics. One is the timeout call, and 2, the praises. The others though, but as we go along, we know.
So on the serve now for Benin All Stars. That's another jump serve into the net from the All Stars. And so they return the favor. Give the point back to the Ghana Navy. Navy on the serve again now. Looking for different option in the serve. And unfortunately for Benin All Stars, gets the ball out of court for a point for Benin for Ghana Navy.
Norbert there trying to do what we call the second touch. Once you are not attentive to the setter who is in front court, he can dink one very fast. And it's difficult to retrieve such balls.
Again, the serve into the net. Unforced errors, a number of them we have seen again in the games today.
Yes.
You're live on GHOne TV. Live also on all our social media handles. There's our coverage of the SAC Volleyball Championship. There's a sweet serve. Spike sorry from Ishmael.
Yes, once again, this time the setter switches up. Instead of the pipe, he was rather hitting from the 3-meter line behind the position 4 player, while calling the position 4 player to play behind him. And as you can see, the number 14 moving closer to the middle instead of outside to his left.
It is a 14-8 at the stage. In second set, Ghana Navy lead by 14-8. On the serve though is a side from Benin, so 8-14. Covered beautifully by the Navy. That's a poor attempt there from the Navy to dink the ball. The poor one going to the net.
Yes.
What happened?
I thought I saw.
Was there a violation?
No, the referee is torn between an in-ball or a brush out, and then. Well, in such scenarios, if you ask me, if I were the top referee, I would whistle for a reserve, just so that we restart everything.
Well, change in position by the umpire and the official. So point awarded rather to the Benin All-Stars. So 9-14. 9-14. Good.
Yes. Wow, let me talk about GHOne there, the libero of the All-Stars team. On your screens now, you see that I said that he knew that he could receive that ball coming from Dazi there. And on that turn, he did. As powerfully as it came, he still received that ball. That's a beautiful position. He knowing that most of the attacks from Dazi would come to the position 5. He has positioned himself very well there.
And Ghana Navy on the attack now. GHOne with the reception. Attack was sweet by Clave. And he wins that point for the All-Stars.
Rather angrily as he turns to crawl his team back. 11-14 now.
An injury, possible injury. As we watch the wonderful spike from Clever to win that point for the All-Stars.
And again, that's one of the occupational hazards of a volleyball player where your landing is very, very key. So the coaches teach you how to jump, how to land, how not to injure yourself in all these activities.
And there it is. A huge spike again comes in to win the point from Ishmael for the Ghana Navy. 15-11. Look at it again now on your screens. Huge one. Absolutely fantastic one there from Foster. Winning that point for the Ghana Navy.
He's a super sub now.
And a sub fitted by the All-Stars from Benin. Service on and into the net. Crash the head of her teammate.
Yeah, so these days you better hold the back of your head once you know that your player is going for a jam service. It may go horribly wrong.
He returns the favor by also 7 into the net. So 12-17. 17-12 for the Ghana Navy. He goes in for a good serve. Recovered there by GHOne, the libero for the All-Stars. Oh my goodness. This is simply sweet from Ghana Navy.
Exactly. Nicely recovered and followed on with the attack. As a Suman Safo coming in through the middle there.
The serve again is beautifully done and recovered beautifully by GHOne for All-Stars. And the block is just monstrous, and so the point again goes the way of the Navy. 19-12 they lead at this stage. 19-12 they lead at this stage. Serve is good. And the All-Stars will win this point on that wonderful spike. (13-19) on the serve is the Benin All-Stars. Good serve, received Yufido, and that's out. That is out. Now ball into a point again for Benin, 14-19. There the replay is on your screens now. There's a good spike, but unfortunately it landed outside from Ishmael. And that is beautifully recovered by the All-Stars. The block is too strong and out for a point for Benin All-Stars. 15-19. It's a 4-point lead now for Ghana Navy.
Just looking from the replay there, if I were Ishmael Dazi, I would have just linked the ball Wow.
Some confusion there. Was that in or out?
If you ask me, I'll say it's out. I don't know. Perhaps the pancake by the libero, the libero's attempt to pancake the ball rather got him in trouble.
Pancake the ball.
Yes, that's a pancake where your hand stays flat on the ground and the ball hits.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so that's pancake.
Yes.
That's like, frying pancake in a frying pan, right?
This is a volleyball term now.
My goodness, you're live on GHOne TV. We are indeed learning pancake in volleyball. And that's an unforced error from, that is Foster.
Yes. Well, the pancake technique usually occurs where you know your legs could not carry you to the position of the ball, so you stretch your entire body, and by extending your arm, the back of your hand may hit the ball. It stays up. It's a valid ball though.
And there was a net violation against the Benin All-Star, so the point awarded to the Navy, 21-17.
Louis coming in from the pipe. And I like the strategy of the Ghana Navy team as they are utilizing all the weaponry. The pipe position, the opposite, the outside, and then the middle, or should we say quick attack. At all times, these four positions are available for an attack by team.
And the Benin side will again come through. The man Claver with a good thing, and he wins that point for the All-Stars.
So GHOne, Ben, if this were me, if it were I would have pancaked this ball because I knew I couldn't reach it. So It's a difficult technique to master though, as you may miss out entirely.
18-21. Good ball in there from the Navy, and that's a huge spike. Huge one there for Louise, to get that point there for the Ghana Navy.
I tell you what, the ball has been set to his preference, and you can see Jerome there with that angry look, as he knew he could have done better.
And Benin will come again now. Good one, and that's a good point there for Benin. And Pakomi will inspire his colleagues to wake up and let's get go, man. Let's get going, man.
Again, instead of the setter of the Navy team to block at position 2, he's rather at position 4, knowing that the powerful hitter for the All-Stars team is at the opposite position 4 side, so that he can have his outside hitter rather stand on that block.
23-19 for Ghana Navy. And that's into the net, unfortunately, for Regis. And so, set point now for the Ghana Navy, 24-19. Timeout called by the All-Stars.
I think it's safe to say that the Ghana Navy takes this set and extend their lead to 2-0. But again, a lead in volleyball is very dangerous, as you should look on and concentrate to consolidate your gains. Else, you'll be shocked that the team would come from behind. And so far, as we've seen throughout this tournament, teams could take 4-point leads, but then they would go ahead and also, maybe by a loss of concentration whatsoever, may go ahead to lose the entire set.
So, replays of the action for you. We are back in session. 20-24 as it stands now. For the Ghana Navy, set point still for them on the serve with North Star. Well recovered. This could be it. Too strong from Ishmael.
If I were the coach of Ghana Navy, I would whistle for a timeout immediately, just to disrupt the rhythm of the All-Stars team.
21-24, set point still though. And it's out. The block is out, so that's it. For second set, it's been won again by the Ghana Navy, so they've won a 25-21. That means they're up 2-0 against the All-Stars from Benin. So set 2 over here at the Boteman Sports Complex. Was ended 25-21, a win there for the Navy, and 2 sets up against the Benin All-Stars. Cornelius, your thoughts all seen so far?
Right, so the Ghana Navy team have done well to maintain their lead in the match, and then they have won, or they are leading now by 2-0. I really like the strategy employed by their team, Coach Eric and then his team of coaches, utilizing all the attacking zones. The outside hitters are having a field day, the likes of Ishmael and Luis, and also Abdul, who was substituted, and then Luis came in. I also like that you have a powerhouse and a very reliable middle blocker in Emmanuel Ajimai, who is doing very well, the number 7 shirted man for Ghana Navy. He has had a beautiful run of events, even in this second set. His attacks from the middle his blocking, the position of his hands, his awareness on the court and at the net. It's an intelligent strategy mapped out by the Navy team. Although the All-Stars team are putting up a fight, you can see that on your screens there. That is Dazi flying in. Ismail Dazi flying in. So we are set for the third set. And will Ghana Navy put this match to sleep with a 3-0 victory, or will the All-Stars team of Benin crawl back and stage a possible comeback?
After this game, we will have a big game coming through for us here in the men's draw. It will be the Ghana Police Service against the Nigeria Customs side. That is the game of the day for sure.
It's the match to watch out for, as both teams have won their first 2 matches and then they are on an unbeaten run. Hence, the winner of that match would automatically become the winner of the group. So
it's a huge game, big battle between Ghana and Nigeria, and that's the Jollof War 2. We had one earlier today for the women. Kalibi, who are the Ghanaian champions, lost to Customs against Nigeria by 3-1. That was in the morning. That was debut 1. Debut 2 is coming up, and that's the biggest one for the men at 4 p.m. live on GHOne TV. Live also on all social media handles. You do not want to miss out on that game. It will be coming up after this game. But as it stands now, 2-0 for the Navy. They lead in the third set. Can they end the misery of the All-Stars team? We will wait and see how it all pans out. Again, a spike goes in, and a beautiful block there from Alfred, to win it there for the All-Stars.
I like the reach over the net. And that's again, I have been stressing, that's clave, that your hands must be beyond your side of the net to the opponent's side, and that would constitute a very successful block.
And that was a monstrous spike again from that's Luis to win that point there for the Ghana Navy, who lead in the third set by 3-1. 7. Again, he will come into the net. Goes though 4-1 for Ghana Navy. They are running away with a lead, but like you've been told all this while, a lead in volleyball is no lead at all. Alfred with a reception for the All-Stars, and that was a brilliant shot, brilliant spike from the man Regis to win the point there for the All-Stars.
Tell you what, they look short. I mean, in terms of height, you may be thinking that they are not height worthy for volleyball, but I tell you, when they leap, God, they reach to the skies, and they are very, very unforgiving. Right on cue there is Regis again, punishes the 3-man weak block of the Navy team.
Regis on a back-to-back points there for the All-Stars. It's 3-4 now. He trailed. And is out. The serve out for the All-Stars is out. So it is now 5-3 for the All-Stars. And the serve comes in. It's been well received. And there you go now, and there's a wonderful block there. They will goal again, and they did. Again, the block effective for the Navy. Brilliant dink. Well saved there by the All-Stars with the leg. And so they go again now. And that's well blocked again there by the All-Stars. That's Regis with a wonderful block.
Yes, and he celebrates that block there. You could see that he disciplined himself to stay at the net. And again, a foot save. The modern volleyball is such that any part of your body can save the ball. So, but beware when it hits your face. We can't apologize enough for that. That's one of the occupational hazards. So you have to be much more careful, both ladies and gentlemen and men and women who would like to play volleyball.
Live on GHOne TV, we're covering and giving you the coverage of the best of action in volleyball. Brilliant spike there from Ishmael. Datsi on the roll with a wonderful spike to win the point there for the Ghana Navy.
The man on your screens, he's on fire. He hops into the air and stays there as if he owns gravity.
And with favor returned there by Regis for the All-Stars with a good spike. One from his reserve. And the service on from the All-Stars. Reception good. And the block is effective again from Regis. And there he goes flying around the court.
This is how to celebrate. I mean, of course, to shut down the most powerful player in your opponent is the way to go. And look at him. Wow, beautiful reach. And the press after his hands reach above.
Well, this time around they could not block it again from the big man himself, Ishmael Datsi.
This is what we call second, or nicely put, shot on shot. You jump right behind the short pass player or the quick attacker.
So on the serve now is Ishmael Datsi for the Ghana Navy. Is 7-7. That's a good one. That's out. He's out, unfortunately, it's out. 8-7 for the All-Stars of Benin. A jump service sweet. Well received there by the beautiful dink. However, recovered by the Beninois side. And the block came in, but out. The ball will go for another point there for the Benin All-Stars, who now lead 9-7 in the third set.
I tell you what, for the matches I've watched of the All-Stars, they are playing their heart out. First against their Nigerian counterparts, and then now against Ghana Police. And now against Ghana, you can see that they have the heart and they're very stubborn side. They don't just go away.
Absolutely. It is now 8-9. A point won there by the Ghana Navy. And the serve was good. All-Stars. It has been blocked though, but they will come again. That's a sweet spike to win the point for the All-Stars.
Dream angle for an outside hitter. The diagonal there with two blockers even still finds the space.
Outside.
10-8 it is for the All-Stars from Benin. Live on GHOne TV. Ooh, that was a quick thinking there. And that is again the man there for you. Foster with that wonderful point for the Navy. And All Stars. That should be out. It is out from Reggie's. That went a bit too far and so out. So ball for the Navy, and guess what it is? 10-10 at this stage.
Wow.
The shot from Clave has been blocked very beautifully by the Navy. And they produce one huge pipe.
Ismail Dazi comes through the pipe again, and he has overly exploited that angle there. The man on your screen shortly. Wow, what a player.
Looks so young.
Yes, he is. And then this is to tell you that there are such valuable talents in the game of volleyball in Ghana. They've been developed
Look
nicely.
at it again now. Talk us through it.
Wow. That angle is dream. You can see the blockers, yet the ball passes through. You want to hit the ball as hard as possible so that should the blockers touch it, it may even land outside of the court, or, you know, you may get a brush in or something, brush out. Whatever it is, hit the ball as hard as possible. But in all these are techniques in hitting. If you don't know how to, you would better look for any of these teams. They will gladly teach you. People have wrongly hit the ball such that they now have shoulder problems and among other things, you know. So it will do a lot of good to find a coach who would show you how to do this and do it well.
Game restarts. The serve came in from the Navy. It has been recovered, and that's a ding coming in from. That's the end of block. Very effective.
Emmanuel Ajimai with a combination block with Foster. He shuts down Clave.
So very, very soon, that's a good one again there from the Benin side. We are updating you on the current rankings in the women's division because they are done with their matches. In fact, in Pool A, this is how things stand. Ghana Police have 7 points. Ghana Army have 7 points. Ghana Air Force has 4. Navy has no. That's Pool A for the women. Pool B, Nigeria Customs have 9. Ghana Kalibi Volleyball Club has 6. Ghana Elwak Wings have 3. And Ghana Immigration Service has 0 points.
Wow.
Talk about this again in no time. Back to action on your screens now. Currently it's 14-11 for the Ghana Navy. And the service on and it's good. They attack again now, and unfortunately the one across court is out from. That looks like is that Regis?
Yes, and this extends Navy's lead to 4 as they may look to close this one 3-0.
2 men going for 1 ball there, unfortunately. Unfortunately, 2 men, including our very own Ismail Dazi, we're all going for the same ball.
Yes,
and they end up messing everything up for their team.
This will tell you that communication skills is not an underestimated skill. Even in volleyball, you need to talk and communicate to your teammates, else there will be unfortunate clashes, some of which are quite, forgive my language, ugly.
And that's a good point there, won by the Navy off the block. And they win that point by Emmanuel Achiman. 16-12. Ghana Navy are gradually closing in on this game. 16-12 the lead, and that's a poor serve into the net. Giving the point away easily, if you ask me.
Rather cheaply. Dashes out a point.
So Clave now on the serve for the All-Stars from Benin. Good jump serve. Received over by Ishmael. And it's been dinged beautifully by the Navy. And the attack comes in. That was going out. That was still going out, but unfortunately...
So you can see from the referee touches so the ball touched the block. So that's brush. So once it does,
you have to attempt to save it.
Yes, you can't save that.
Okay. That's a good one from Clave again now. And that is sweet there from... But unfortunately, there's net violation against the Navy. Ishmael. So a lead gradually whistled away. It is now 15-16. 15-16.
Wow.
That is monstrous.
These men are coming in hungry and angry. Foster.
Foster now on the serve for the Navy. The lead 17-15. Serve is good. Libero at work, and that's a
beautifully returned with interest by GHOne. I tell you what, he's not the tallest, but these guys can leap. Wow. The replay that, wow.
On the serve now is All-Stars. They trail by just a point now. And that's a huge spike again from Luis to win it win a point there for the Navy, and so they extend their lead 18-16. Look at it again now.
Beautifully found his way through the block there. I like the formation playing by the Navy team as they are utilizing all the attacking options.
And we are back on again now. That's a huge spike again from GHOne, who wins a point there for the All-Stars. It is 18-17 now for the All-Stars.
How I wish that I had the statistics of their heights here with me. Wow.
Again, it is Ishmael who went in with that big spike. It went out though, but there was a brush out. Brush out on the libero. GHOne back on again now. And GHOne again.
Beautifully done there.
GHOne.
This guy is on fire now. Number 15 shattered man in your screens. Watch that. Wow. Gets the ball in the 3-meter line. Super spike. Goes for the hard jump service.
And he blows it with a jump serve. GHOne just won a point. Has given 1 point again away. 20-18 for the Navy. Third set. The serve comes in good. That's a good recovery from the Navy. And again, the attack comes in. Again, it's been recovered. That's a sweet spike. Unfortunately for him, though, Ishwanazi, net infringement and out ball as well. Let's see. Look at it again now. There he went flying. Look at it again now. That was effort there.
Wow.
Landed outside.
Inches to the
Yeah.
line.
It was close. Very, very close.
Him on your screen now, Ishmael Dazi, looking on angrily.
Play will now resume 2019 or 1920 now. All Stars are on the serve. Timeout called by the Ghana Navy. 2019. Are we going to see the game end at this stage? Or you foresee All Stars taking us a bit further than we are currently seeing?
Well, I can say that I like the call by the Ghana Navy bench there, Coach Eric and his team doing the most. They know that if the All-Stars team are to have a service run or a comfortable time with their service, they may worry them. So better obstruct their run and also get your boys settled into the game, make less mistakes, and also get this one done.
Yes, indeed. Ball in the air now. Attack comes in, and guess who at the end of it now?
Here comes the boom. Indeed. Check for dent. I'm sure there's a hole in the middle of the court somewhere there. Foster.
That was a huge spike to win that point, 21-19 for the Navy. And that's again Clave back in action. The block came in, but not effective to win the point there for the Navy. And so 21-20 it is. Very, very close sets we have on our hands. Who nips it? Where to see. Again, a good flight and a good spike to win that point again for the Navy. 22-20. They have a 2-point lead at this stage. And timeout for the Benin All-Stars.
A very good call there also from their team, trying to minimize the damage and disrupt the rhythm of the Ghana Navy team. It's not just enough to lift up your hands beyond the height of the net. It's also a very wise thing to do to press into your opponent's court. Once your hands are beyond the net, you need to just press a little, as in press forward a little with your hands, and then that may constitute a very, very good block. But once your hands are beyond the net and it doesn't press, in Ghanaian parlance or in the Ghana volleyball universe, we'll call it signboard, because anything that hits it redirect elsewhere but not into the court.
We are back in action again. 22-20 as it stands now for the Navy. It is the All-Stars on the attack, and they win the point. Brilliantly done by Clave. He's on a mission. Clave on the serve now for All-Stars. Well received though. And that's a huge, huge, huge spike to win that point for the Navy from Foster. And he is on the serve now for Lewis on the serve for the Navy. And the attack comes in. That's a brilliant thing. Recovered though by the Navy. He will set one in, a chance to get it, and that should be a point for the All-Stars. The Navy guys were calling for a brush out.
Yes, with the speed of the ball, it's very, very difficult to spot. So that's why the video challenge system is very key to the modern day volleyball action. It helps all players to be calm, and then the coaches have two challenges in a set.
22-23. Back in action now. And that's a huge one from Ishmael. And that's a good point. Good point won there by the Navy. I think the call was for net.
Yes,
Actual infringement violation. Yeah, when he landed, I think his shoulders went to the net.
Well, if you ask me, number 10 shirted man of Navy rather committed the infringement, because that's why they could not believe the All-Stars team were challenging the call there. But the referee saw differently. He might have also touched the net, though.
And that's it. That was a match point. And that's it for us here. Game is set. Ghana Navy has wrapped this up in 3 straight sets win over the Benin All-Stars. So it's ended here in set 3, 25-22. A win there for the Ghana Navy, who have wrapped up things with a win here at the Super Volleyball Championship ongoing here at the Baltimore Sports Complex.
Congratulations to the Ghana Navy team on winning their first match in the Super Volleyball Championship 2025. I mean, of course, they lost their first 2 matches, though, but they redeemed themselves in a certain way. Hopefully, we may see them in the quarterfinals tomorrow. And hard luck to the All-Stars team of Benin, as they did very well. We can see the scores very, very close, 25-22. And they've done very well, though, but hard luck to them. Unfortunately, the Navy overpowered them.
Indeed, they have been overpowered. And so a win going the way of the Ghana Navy. 3-0 for the men from Benin. And that's how it's ended here. Crossing over now to our gentleman on the court side. That is Joel Champong for some interviews.
All right, so the game just ended. So on your screens currently, highlights of how the game panned out. And Ghana Navy running away 3-0 winners in this one over Benin. It's the All-Stars of Benin losing this one. So not too good a run for the All-Stars team from Benin. But any which way, they came and they've also experienced it this time. It's the first competition and outing in such a manner. I've got the coach of the Beninois side here with me just to tell me how he fared and what really didn't go well for his side in this particular championship. Coach, hard luck. Just tell us really what didn't go well for you and what are the lessons you picked from this tournament?
Oui, merci beaucoup pour la compétition, pour l'organisation. Et d'entrée de jeu, je tiens à remercier tous les organisateurs, tous les membres qui se sont impliqués dans l'organisation. Je reviens pour dire qu'est-ce qui n'a pas marché pour ce match à jouer. Je peux dire que c'est peut-être les tactiques de jeu de l'équipe adverse qui nous ont un tant soit peu bouleversés. Ça a été un peu compliqué pour nous quand surtout les combinaisons commençaient pas à tomber. Franchement, mais avec le temps, et surtout pour le dernier set, on était presque prêt pour le prendre dans notre filet. Mais après tout, c'est un jeu, c'est une équipe qui va gagner. On a appris assez de choses. Nous allons nous retrousser les manches pour les fois prochaines à venir. Et on leur promet de revenir fort. Ça, qu'il compte sur notre propre volonté. Merci beaucoup.
So from the coach, he really wants to thank all the management of his team. One thing they've learned, or what was their difficulty, it was the tactics. Yes, they realized that their tactics was not too strong to face all the people, the opponent they were meeting. However, they've learned about it, and when they are back to their country, they will do more about it, so that next time when they come, they can face their opponents.
Okay, so from the Benin coach, you heard it. They did face Nigeria Customs in their first game. They lost. And also in the second game against the Ghana Police, they did lose that one. And unfortunately, in this final game against the Ghana Navy, they lost as well. All right, so we'll be speaking and also summing the view of the coach for the Ghana Navy side. Remember, they were coming into this one very confident they were going to get the win. And 3 straight sets it ended for them. Congratulations, coach.
Thank you.
Good luck, and also going into your next game, what should we expect? Hopefully, it looks like you might be inching close to the quarterfinals.
Yes.
If this is anything to go by. But what really works for you this afternoon?
Yeah, it always works for me this afternoon is the game we play with the Nigeria Customs. They tell us that we can win this game 3 straight.
And also, really going into the quarterfinals, you know you're going to be paired with a lot of tough sides who've won all their games in this particular competition. Do you think your side is poised enough to make sure that you win this one?
Yes, Joe, because those the Group A, the first and second, we played them before when we are playing a league, and we beat them before. So the quarterfinals, I'm confident with my players that they are going to beat them on the quarterfinals.
Coming into this group also, I mean, seeing the likes of Nigeria Customs, Benin All Stars from Benin, and then you have a Ghanaian in there with the Ghana Police. Were you confident that you were going to end, on this particular standing in the group?
Oh, in fact, the group, we are not expected to become a maybe third position on the group. But it's a game. Anything can happen.
All right. Thank you very much, coach.
Thank you.
All right. So that was the Ghana Navy coach. Very confident that going into the quarterfinals happens to be quite an interesting one. The pairings, will be definitely telling you about the pairings here when we come back for the next game. It's the Nigeria Customs that will be taking on their police counterparts in the very final game today here at the Bottoman Sports Complex. So enjoy the highlights of the game. When we come back, we'll give you more and more of the interesting ones coming up with regards to the match between the Ghana Police and Nigeria Customs.
Get ready, GHOne. The queen is back, and she is bringing the heat like never before.